Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250. If you're watching this in the future, I've decided that I want to go ahead and do a little bit more streaming again. It has been quite a while, and I figured I'd just go ahead and get started with it. I think I'm going to do this whole series as a stream, like obviously in parts, and I don't know exactly how often I'm going to do it, but I'd like to do it at least once a week, if not, more than once. So anyway, this is the remake of 999, a game that I played quite a while ago. I haven't really seen much on it. I know it's got English voice acting, new music, and stuff like that. And to be honest, I'm actually pretty excited to get back into it. Oh, hello. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. There is no audio right now, which is a little unfortunate. But I think we'll get it once we start the game. And I really haven't looked into this much more than seeing a couple pictures and listening to some music from time to time. There's a way... Oh, the cursor is off the screen. Okay, good. It's been a little while. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember a lot of the stuff that happened in the first game because it's been so long. But, I am definitely kind of... Oh, sorry. Every time I click out of the game, the audio stops. Apparently my bitrate is lower than the recommended amount. That's excellent. It has been quite a while since I have done much streaming. So let me see if I can up that a little. And see if that helps at all. Anyway, a loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open.
What the?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely not used to the voice acting. Sorry, let me get my one window open a little bit more so I can see a little better. I think there's also an option, if I'm not mistaken, to lower the latency, although I'm a little bit late for that, but I'll try that next time. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done any streaming, so I'd like to make sure that I'm doing a decent job before I get like 2 hours in or whatever. If you scroll up your scroll wheel, I guess you can see a previous chat log. Neat. As they adjusted to the light, he realized that he didn't recognize his surroundings. Oh, am I on auto? That was weird. I didn't click anything, I don't think. Yeah, that was weird. With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air.
Whoa!
I definitely wanted to hear the English voice acting. His balance lost, and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold, gray floor.
Ouch! God damn it! Ah, what the hell? A bed? I fell pretty far. That really hurt. Damn, my eyesight's kind of blurry. Must have hit my head.
I didn't really imagine Junpei sounding quite like this.
No, wait. That's not it. An earthquake. But it's shaking too fast for that. Anyway. Where am I? Wait, it stopped? What's that sound? That's 5. What's this 5 mean? It won't open. What's this? Is this keeping the door shut? Hey! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door! Huh? What the hell is this? A watch? It doesn't look like one. 5. That's the same as the door.
It's like taking my job. I don't have anything to say.
What? How do I take this off? Maybe pushing something on this will work? Nothing. Damn. Guess I'll have to force it off. No good. This stupid thing won't come off. What the hell is the deal with this thing? Where am I? And why the hell am I here? Why? What the hell happened to me? My head. Huh. This is... Hold on. Am I on a ship? I can't see anything. If only it wasn't so dark outside.
No, not too much. Just started.
Huh? What the... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What the hell is going on here? What the hell? God damn it!
I'm not entirely sure that some of these like videos that were in the original, I'm not sure if they might have been up-resed a little bit, but they still kind of have a lot of artifacts to them. Play in novel mode, something under options. Doesn't look like you can access it now. That may be a main menu sort of thing. Well, I don't mind the script being a little bit different as long as it's not like, you know, entirely wrong.
Hey! Anyone! Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something! It's not stopping.
And that water's gone up pretty fast, too.
Not good. Not good at all. Okay. I need to find a way out, and fast.
Alright. Just click on advanced screen, I think. Okay. I'll take a look at it in a minute. Operations during an escape. During an escape, you're restricted to an area. Your goal, search around to uncover how to unlock the door. There are items and hints in the room that will help you escape. I think this looks a little bit better. This water texture here looks a little better than before. Click on a location you find suspicious to search the room. Use Curie to move around the room. Alright. I don't know if I can... Yeah, I don't know if I can go to advanced screen yet. Or at this point, I think I have to be back in sort of like the visual novel mode. I do want to, one little quick thing of troubleshooting. Unfortunately, the audio is going to stop, but I'd like to get myself a little bit more visual space to work with. Because I'm having trouble getting... Oh, hope that didn't do anything bad to the game. No, game's good. I just want to make my chat window a little bit larger so I can see better. Okay, that should be good. Anyway, like I have said, it has been quite a while since I've played the original game, and I don't exactly remember a lot of the solutions, although I think I sort of know what I'm doing here. About items. I kept the 2 screens for the remake. No, I mean, in the 2-screen thing was honestly, like, really cool, especially, you know, near the end of the game when they use it. in like the finale area. It was kind of a neat thing. I don't necessarily think it's a like a game breaker sort of thing, but it's still, you know, I mean, I think it's kind of neat. And I did play through. I don't know if I played through, but I played most of the I think the iPhone or the whatever version it was, the phone version, and they did it on one screen, and I thought it was all right. Although yeah, I remember they cut out the puzzles on that one, so it was kind of like a gimped version of the game, and then they just kind of tried to story explain away what happened in the puzzles. Hotel Dusk, actually, I wouldn't mind doing that still. I'd like to do that. I haven't thought about that in a while, but I'd like to do it. Oh no, they changed the final puzzle. I guess I'll find out eventually. Anyway, bad items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go through the item screen. Click item on the top left. Still look around and rotate items. I remember setting up in the original... Yep, you probably should. I remember setting up in the original game a little picture file of like a notepad that I kept in some of the blank area when I kind of arranged the two screens. I thought it looked really cool in the, you know, in terms of like the visual look, but man, that was a pain in the butt to edit all that because I have no idea what I'm doing. And, you know, so I had to keep constantly updating. Every time something changed, I'd have to update the picture that I had down there. Huge pain in the butt, but I thought it looked really cool. Yeah, I don't want to flip my monitor vertical to do this. Sorry about the slow pace to get started. I had to set up all the streaming stuff that I haven't used in quite a long time, so it was, I'm trying to make sure that everything looks good and sounds good. I think I got it okay now.
Oh, what's up with my face?
Yeah, that face and that voice don't quite match in my head.
I look like a zombie.
Maybe you are a zombie.
Man, what the hell happened to me?
Yeah, I could just change the monitor rotation and then rotate my head.
How did I end up here? I left work, headed back to my apartment, and...
Oh yeah, there's the advanced screen thing.
I'm back. Not like anyone will respond.
Ah, okay, I see. That puts it... so that you get the full screen thing rather than like a visual novel style thing. That's neat. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. I like the visual novel screen. I don't actually mind reading it like this. Although, you're saying that the script changed? Like the script changes whenever you read it like this? That might be a bad thing.
Man, work was rough today.
Each mode represents one of the screens in the original. Okay. Oh, I think I see what you mean. Hold on.
Huh? A breeze.
Is that... or am I just missing stuff? Yeah, okay. Adventure mode cuts out all the narration. Let's see, I like the narration, though, that's the thing. But... yeah, it like completely cut out this entire paragraph here. That's... I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. Maybe it was cheaper to make them narrate a much shorter version of the game. That being said, I do like the narration. I think I'm going to stick with it just because I'm kind of interested in... I don't know. I hate the idea of missing out on massive parts of the story, you know, when I'm trying to kind of relive the story and get it back again. That's a hard one. White curtain framing his window swayed gently in the cold wind.
Huh, that's weird. Did I leave that open?
Oh, I see. So you still leave the audio lines that are voiced in here. And then the ones that aren't voiced just get left, like, just get put in its text. That's okay, actually. Wanted to make it feel more similar to Virtue's Last Reward. You know, just like a regular visual novel, yeah. I do wish they voiced everything. That's a little disappointing. Junpei walked towards the window, trying to remember if he'd closed it or not before he left. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around.
Everything looks okay. I must have forgotten to close it.
Sure, he definitely forgot to close it. This is a weird decision to make, but I guess it's okay. He closed the window, then it happened. Ugh! Junpei turned and found himself face to mask of a man dressed all in black. The man wore a deep hood and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden.
Who are...
Suddenly, he couldn't finish. Junpei tried to yell, but all he could manage was a strangled croak.
I can't...
Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs like a discarded puppet. Too late, he noticed the white smoke that was quickly filling his apartment. A small object, shaped distressingly like a grenade, sat on the floor in front of his face, hissing. The white smoke poured out of it at an incredible rate. The smoke had grown so thick that the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into the white haze. He could feel his mind begin to fade as well, a white haze that was not the smoke creeping into the edges of his vision.
Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen.
Good voice. A rasping voice wormed its way out of the gas mask. It was cold and harsh and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on.
You are going to participate in a game. The memory game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
That was the last thing Junpei remembered. The white smoke overpowered him, the masked man faded from his vision, and he felt his consciousness fall away into the white mist.
That's right. That guy with the gas mask. That son of a bitch must have taken me here. When I get my hands on him...
But we don't know what he's going to do. He ground his teeth in frustration and strained to remember anything about his attacker's figure.
Well, I guess there's no way to know if that was a man or not.
Yeah. The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passed through a voice changer, and the body had been covered in a thick cloak.
Just who was that? They said, you have been chosen.
What might it mean? That was beyond him.
What the hell is going on? Why me?
There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important.
You are going to participate in a game. The memory game.
I do like games.
It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
The nonary game. Huh. What the hell is a nonary game? God damn it!
With a yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror. Alright, yep. I'm sort of okay with this. I think it's weird that there's an option where you can just, like, skip part of the story, you know, and just, like, boil it down to something very much simpler that's voice acted, you know, audio dialogue. I do think that, it would be nice, obviously, if everything was voiced, but I guess it makes a little bit of sense to not necessarily do that with everything, because that's kind of an expensive, you know, very, very voice-heavy sort of thing to do, so I sort of get it. It's weird, but at least, you know, if you're playing it like this, you're still getting the voice acting, and you're getting the rest of the dialogue, so I'll accept this. So yeah, I can search the key to see that it is in fact a key. Calculate. What is that? Okay, that's a map. What does that mean? Ah, okay, there's my flowchart. Which is much nicer than the original game, I will add. That was Ugh, quite annoying. So I'm glad they put that in there. Guessing we can pull up a calculator if, at some point when that might become useful, perhaps? No dice. It's Loctite. Let's see if there's anything in the keyhole. So we need a blue key for this, and it's some kind of code. I think we're going to have to calculate if I remember right. Can't see the bottom of the ladder. Oh man, the water's already up to the bottom of the bed. Gotta hurry this up. I can keep looking till the cows come home. All I'm gonna find here is that pillow. Dang it. Isn't there anything else I can use? Guess I didn't voice act everything in here. It's a blue briefcase on the bed. There's a pipe at the other end of the bed. There's nothing up top. Alright, so we have a red briefcase. Just like the blue briefcase. Yep, there's a lock in this one too, and it's not opening. Well, yeah. Let's stick that red key in there. It's not opening. In fact, it's not doing anything at all. Well, alright. I take that back. I guess I can move the dial now. So it looks like I'm going to have to put in the right numbers and then turn the key. I do that, this thing should pop right open. Let's give it a shot. Mini games are cool. I don't remember anything about this other than that we have to get some kind of number. I think it is to do with like a card or something. It's not opening. What am I going to do? Just standing around and the water's still rising. There's no point to guessing randomly. I need to find some sort of hint. That's okay, we'll get back to that later. It doesn't look like it's like super detailed backgrounds compared to the original, but then again, the original DS's resolution was so low that I feel like they must have had to do some kind of upsampling to make this not look like complete garbage, you know? That being said, it does very much look like, you know, there's lots of artifacting in the image. It does very much look like the original game. There's some hangers on the pole. That doesn't help me much. This is the door to the stove. Well, it opens easily enough. Sure wish the door to get out of here is that easy to open. Well, that solves the mystery of whether or not this stove has been used before. What's this? It looks red. Screwdriver. A normal screwdriver. Doesn't seem to be anything special about it. Well, let's see if there's anything in here. Looks like there is. A key. There's a little blue key in the bottom of this pot. Odd. This key's pretty small. Definitely not for a door. What's it for then? This key's blue. Is it supposed to open something else blue? I am almost certain. I'm looking at a pot lid. It's an old pot on the stove. Alright. It's a stove, nothing inside. That looks like a chair in there almost. Maybe that's how stoves work, I don't know. Water just keeps pouring through the window. It's like a waterfall. I don't think shoving something into the window is going to stop the water. In other words, if I don't want to die, I need to find a way out of this room. I have to figure this out. That's a table. Water's pouring onto it like a little waterfall. I don't see anything useful there. Guess those are like... Why are there screws here? Is that like the windows screwed down? It's a pipe. I know, I'll crawl into the pipe and find a way out. There's nobody here to make fun of my lame jokes. Man, this sucks. I think there's quite a bit of pipe jokes if I remember right. Pipe's not very big, there's no way I could fit into it, even if it does lead out of here. Doesn't seem like there's anything hidden on the sink. This is the only drain in this room. That's okay, once it gets up to that point, you probably won't drown. Yeah, gotta check the pipes. There's a towel next to the sink. Picture frame. An old picture frame. There's a picture of a ship in it. There's screws keeping the back on. Alright, well that's easy enough. the screwdriver got those screws off easily enough, and here's the picture. Picture of an old cruise liner with... Okay, so this is our code. If I need to, I'll take a picture of this with my phone just so I can get a little bit of a, you know, a second screen on this. We'll see. Always show your attorney's badge. Yep. That's basically what I do. Yep. Oh, yeah, and yes, please tell me how to combine items. Alright. So I'm supposed to get some kind of, number from this, which I use this to help with. Looks like I can just click between them, so that helps. Although, just like before, rotating takes a little bit of work. So, it'd be like 7, 4... I think there's like another note that I have to find, if I'm not mistaken. It has like another thing of red and blue on it, so this might not actually help me here. 7, 4, 6, 3. I don't think that's actually my code. I think there's like another thing I'm supposed to find, I believe. Bulletin board. There's nothing on it. Nothing on the shelf. I really am looking forward to this music. I know that when I was looking up some stuff online, I accidentally found the remake music. And I was listening to it, and I'm like, this sounds different than I remember. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to hearing all this music, because I don't know if I've heard it all in the remake. All I can see from down here is the underside of the top bunk. It's pretty high up there. Well, I can reach this bunk. Might as well look through it. Huh. Dang. Nothing here. Can't bring myself to call this a bed. It feels like a board with a sheet on it. It's pretty flat. There we go. That's the other one. So I have to get my code by combining these... Oh my god. Stop. Okay. Dang it. How do you... This was one thing I did not particularly like about the original game. Okay. Is there anything else? I don't think there's much else for us to... Argentinian soccer team. To do other than open those up. I'll get the code in a second, but I want to investigate these real quick. 5. 5, huh? What does that mean? I guess that's a lever, huh? Maybe if I pull it. Well, it looks like pulling on the lever just makes a weird noise. Great. The light's still red and the display hasn't changed. Dang it. Why the heck isn't this thing opening? Alright. I think they were like, I have to like add up some numbers to make a code for the door. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this one. Let me take a look at what my code is going to be. Yeah, I sort of, like, if I move it enough, I can figure out how to do the rotation, but it doesn't quite, like, Anyway, I can see well enough for this. So for red, the code was 7, wait, no. 7, 4, and then 8, 5. 7, 4, 8, 5. Let me put that in real quick before I forget it. There we go. Yeah, no, I'm thinking that they probably wanted to keep as much as they could, you know, stable. It's kind of a... It's hard when you're making a remake like this of how much stuff you want to change. Hi, how's it going? It's hard to figure out how much stuff you want to change and how much you want to keep the same. I think so far I'm okay with the changes. I like the voice acting. Even if it is kind of goofy. Yes! I unlocked it. It's opening! And we got a stack of red key cards. These look like key cards. There's a number in each one. 1, 2, 3... Alright. I don't know if remake was the right word for the title of the video. Is it the PC port, or did they... I think they ported that to other systems as well. I felt like remake was the right one, but I don't know. Anyway, let me see what the code for this one is. 0, 2, 6, 3. 0263. Okay. Okay, come on. 0263. There we go. Played the DS version like 5 years ago. Might have, I'll pick it up again if it's on PC. Yeah, it's I think it's been on PC for like at least a year now. I bought it a while ago, and I knew I wanted to, you know, play and record it at some point, but I couldn't. I never got around to it, and I finally, you know, tonight basically decided I was going to go ahead and do it. And I don't think it's too expensive. I want to say it's like $30 or something, but I honestly, I can't remember. It could be 50. All right, let's see if these numbers work. Turn to the key, and hey, it looks like it's working. Yes. All right, let's open it up. Yes, it opened. Looks like there's something in here. What is this? File? All right, so we can open file screen. Let's see what's in this file. Digital root. Let's see here. Compute a digital root with the following steps. I actually don't remember how to do this at all. First, add all the numbers in question to one another. If you end up with something greater than a single-digit number, add the digits to one another. Yes, okay. If you have a double-digit number, add the number in the tens place, the number in the ones place. Keep adding digits till you have a single-digit answer. The final single digit is your digital root. The digital root of 678 would be... Let me think. 21... Was that 3? Yes, okay. 0, yeah. Therefore, the digital root of 678 is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be 4, 7, 10... So 1? Yeah. Therefore, the digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1. I see, so I just keep adding numbers till I get a single-digit number. Oh, looks like there's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, pen, a calculator, and a stack of keycards, huh? Looks like some keycards. There's a number written on each card. 6, 7, 8. Does that mean something? Keycards with the number 1 through 3 on them. Oh, was it, oh, I can't remember. Was it like I had to take those two numbers I just previously got and then get the digital root of each one and then use that card? Let's go take a look at the file screen. Oh, yep, here's my calculator. Calculator can calculate a digital root, which would be important to the progression of the story. I think the calculator was in the original game. Yeah, it was, because I remember there was a special digital root button, which I thought was kind of an interesting calculator option. Let's check out our file real quick. Okay, so that tells you... Oh. Okay. Weren't they supposed to be like hints or something? Or am I thinking of that wrong? Yeah, the calculator wasn't the original. Anyway. I think in order to get out, I have to calculate like the digital roots of the two numbers. Yeah, don't get stuck on the digital root. Exactly. Cards with the numbers on them, I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to use them. Let's slide the cards, see if they work. And... Huh. It's not working. Why? Dang it. No, that's right. I still have cards I haven't used. Dang it. Not again. There aren't any more cards in here. I've only got one other hint. Of course, the files. The files said something about a digital root. The digital root, huh? What am I supposed to do with... There's a 5 on that door. Do I have to get a digital root of 5? I'm not really sure about this. Whatever. It's worth a shot. Let's see if this works. Just slide the cards to give me the digital root of 5 through the reader. Oh, no, no, no. I'm supposed to get digital root of 5. And I just have to wait till they actually show me the cards that I have. You selected 3 cards. Click on the device. Okay. So 3 cards to get a digital root of 5. Wouldn't 1, 2, 3 be digital root of 5? Or I might be thinking it wrong. No, no. It's, oh, it's multiply. Right. Well, I could keep brute forcing it since they're kind enough to give me the the number down below, but I think that would take quite a while. That being said, I'm trying to get lucky here. Doesn't look like it's going to work, though. Okay. So these are multiplied, right? So that would be 18. Let's see if you added that together would no. Oh no. I forgot how to do the digital root again. Let me look at the file again. Hold on. I think if you keep failing it, don't they dumb it down for you until you get it? I think they do. You need to keep adding the numbers together until I have a single digit. 6, 7, 8, 21. No, okay, so no, it's not multiplication. Sorry. Let's try it again. Okay, I see. So it's addition, not multiplication, because I'm an idiot. 3 plus 2 plus 1 equals 6. Right. Let's see. Oh, don't convert my text into emoji. 1 plus 4 equals 5, then find it from there. Oh, I feel like I almost have it. Hold on. Isn't it like the digital root is supposed to be something that you can't work backwards? You can only work it forwards or something like that? Isn't that what, like, the special thing it is in the game? Like, why they want to use it? Nope. Let's see. Almost. 8. Find the 3 that add to 14. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, there we go. That actually helped a lot, thank you. Alright, I think this is gonna work. There we go. That's a new noise. Huh. Did it just unlock? Well, that light was red, and now it's blue. No doubt about it. There's nothing keeping me in here now, except my own, me talking to my own self. The only door in and out of this room is right next to the weird device. Yep. Gotta love those animations. They always look so strange when you found it. They always look so strange when everything's kind of static in the room, and then just like okay, calm down there, Junpei. And then all of a sudden something just moves, you know. Accompanied by a wall of angry water, Junpei shot out of the room and into the opposing wall. Yeah, no, I'll definitely have the recording up later. I am recording it at the same time, but I'm trying to make this as easy as possible on myself, so I'm not planning on uploading the recording. I'm planning on just letting YouTube keep the stream. I'm not going to be doing any kind of big waits like I used to do, where I used to wait for about like 10 minutes before I'd start the stream to let people gather, because that doesn't look good in the final recorded stream when you have to skip forward 10 minutes to get to the video. So I think I'm just going to start recording and just start from now on. So if you ever need to, you can definitely either rewind in the video if you want to, or you can wait until the archive's done. The water tossed and turned him like a washing machine, and he only stopped rolling when he hit his head on the wall.
My head. Wait, is it over? Whew. That felt too much like being flushed down a toilet. Damn.
Man, that was a good one, Junpei. I hope someone heard your dumb joke there. Junpei struggled to his feet in the still rushing water.
Well,
this looks good.
Better than drowning, I guess.
I like how this picture looks.
Am I in a hallway?
The water that had followed him out of the room was rapidly pouring out of the door. It flowed quickly down the hallway and slammed into the foot of the short flight of stairs.
Oh.
Just 5 steps, in fact. And at the top of this short staircase...
A door.
Oh no, another door.
Damn this water. God, let me go.
Oh, I remember how much I love Junpei. He's so annoying in the 3rd game. But this Junpei is the good Junpei. Junpei leapt up the stairs, straight for the door.
Oh, yes, it opened.
The door burst open, and Junpei exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw?
What the hell?
His voice trailed off, and all he could do was stare. Polished floor stretched out before him, ornate staircases rising up from the edges, each one of them equidistant from the others. The stairs and pillars were solid wood, and the art... no view? Embellishments and decorations covered the walls and pillars. By the way, I wanted to mention I did a little bit of audio balancing and testing before I started, but let me know if it's a little too loud or quiet either way. Like I said, it's been a while. I had to reset up all the streaming software again, and I don't quite know if it's perfect or not. You gotta be kidding me with the good Junpei comment. That's good. It looked nothing so much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the early 1900s. Sounds fine? Good. Glad to hear it.
This is the inside of a ship?
Junpei couldn't help but wonder.
Well...
Water quickly filling the hallway behind him suggested that, yes, he was. As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved towards the stairs.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
This is totally Wait, what the hell? A wave? Oh, shit! Shit! Okay, I gotta get out of here.
Some of this voice acting just... it's totally in Junpei's character, but it's just so silly to hear it out loud. Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and ran towards the tremendous staircase in front of him. Cat puns.
C deck. B deck. Hurry!
Where are we going, Junpei? As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship.
A deck's next.
He took the stairs 2 at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself. Just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead.
What?
You guys look about the same. I think the, I don't know if the art's been updated much in this as much as it might have been just, like, upscaled a little bit. Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye.
People.
He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. I'm gonna need the puns to stop. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. And on the right side, 3 more.
A lot of people.
Yeah, look at all these people. All told, there were 7 of them. It looked as though they had been on their way down the stairs. They'd stopped short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. He'd done the same, of course, and now they'd stood there, staring at one another. Junpei didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the next step, in the middle of a stride. Who were these people? This entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds, but in Junpei's world, this was forever. The woman spoke to Junpei, and time began to move again.
I guess it's another one of us.
Sorry, you want to speak up a little bit, dancer?
A dancer.
I might actually need to boost the volume slightly. Can I do that now? I don't think I can. No, I think I have to go back to main menu for that. I'm worried their audio's a little quiet, you know? Like getting drowned out by the music. The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer. Her clothes covered very little, and her prodigious jewelry little more.
No, I'm not. You better get moving.
Oh yeah, those animations are kind of cool. With no further ceremony, she ran straight past Junpei and towards the doors behind him.
Oh, well, okay then.
The sudden proximity of a woman with such striking assets left Junpei momentarily stunned. But the others wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman.
Silver hair?
Huh?
Nah. The first to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. He threw a quick glance in Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering,
One of us, huh?
What?
Nothing.
I'm too cool for you. Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough as he passed for Junpei to see wisps of gray in his hair. His composure and shock of hair. I don't quite know what that means. Struck Junpei as rather like that of an elderly lion.
Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open.
Do they not use Junpei's code names? That's disappointing. I mean, they are right now, but, you know, once he finds out their names.
Wait, hold on. The doors won't open?
The next to speak to Junpei was a girl with pink hair and a high voice.
Come on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry!
Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene. The shock of hair refers to a bushy mess of hair. Oh, okay. I don't know, I just kept reading that and it kept being really strange in my head. His features were graceful, almost serene, and he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help feeling he was noble and dignified, somehow. He'd certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei had always imagined a prince would be like.
That's 9 of us then. All of the cards are in hand.
What does that mean? Junpei opened his mouth to ask what the other man had meant, but the girl with pink hair rushed past him.
Wait! They're gone. Just what is going on? There's an old man like a lion, a girl with pink hair, and a prince, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh, this guy looks angry. He turned just in time to see 2 more people running towards him. One of them had hair like a bird's nest, and looked as though a stiff breeze might topple him. And the other was a veritable mountain of a man.
Huh?
What are we gonna call you, bird's nest? I guess you don't have a name. The scrawny one scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something.
What was that all about?
Hey! What the hell are you just standing there for? Didn't you hear him?
I like this one's voice. I think so far the voices are alright. They're doing alright for me.
The doors on A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it? Now go!
Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei would have used to brush aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way.
Whoa.
Thrown off balance by the man in recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up at what the other 7 had been running toward.
Hey man, that was dangerous.
Hey man.
Huh?
There were 2 pairs of large iron doors set into the wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. The door on the right.
4. And this one says 5.
5.
The same.
The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself.
The room I woke up in had a number on the door just like that.
You too, eh?
With an arched eyebrow, the lion looked over at Silver.
My cell was the same. A number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room full of stairs, as I suspected the rest of you.
It was as though the floodgates had been opened. They all began to talk at once.
Me too.
Same for me. There was a door with a number on it.
It soon became clear that each one of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They'd all ended up in the same room, almost as though they'd been guided there.
Yes, we all saw the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry.
You think I don't know that, lady?
I like how he remains perfectly still except for his mouth flapping. Before the dancer had time to finish, Silver was already running.
Open! Damn it!
He grabbed hold of the door labeled 5 and pulled. Yeah, I remember that sound effect. However...
Fuck, it's not opening. This damn thing won't even budge.
Out of my way!
The mountain grabbed Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside. His path cleared, he took a few steps back, then threw himself at the door. Once. Twice. 3 times. 4 times. That's all I got. Oh nope, got some more. The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no signs of breaking or opening. The mountain threw himself at the door again.
Body slammed from a guy that big didn't even budge it. There must be some other way.
Junpei turned towards door 4. Next to the door on the wall was a small box.
This looks just like the device next to the door in that room earlier. So that means this door is probably locked too. But still...
He had to check. Junpei grabbed a handle and threw all his weight into it. Give me some more Junpei trying to open locked door sound effects, please. It was locked as tight as the door next to it, as he'd suspected.
Damn it!
Junpei punched the door. It did not respond because it was in fact a door.
Are there any other doors?
He'd barely finished the thought when the C-deck plate he'd passed on his way up sprang, unbidden, to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back towards the stairs. He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs, next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. Oh, hello there. It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew. He knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well.
Huh?
Without saying a word, Junpei walked slowly towards her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place by some sort of magic spell. As Junpei stepped onto her landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down than the whole ship shook a second time. The quake caught the girl unprepared and she fell.
Watch out!
Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her. Or so he thought. Oh, hello. Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own.
Yeah.
He was flat on his back, and she'd landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. For a moment that seemed to stretch for a very long time. They stared at one another. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at walls and ceilings, but eventually that faded as well. The silence was complete, a thick, muffling blanket. At last, the girl opened her mouth.
Oh my gosh! Is that you, Jumpy?
Oh, yep, it is Jumpy. 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 Her words echoed through Junpei's head, and suddenly his memory returned.
Akane.
Why hadn't he realized it before? The girl was Akane Kurishiki. She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to elementary school together for 6 years. But what was she doing on the ship? Her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. He could feel the warmth of her face. Feelings he thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. At that moment... Thank God for the subtitles, because this would be a little tough otherwise.
What?
Did it just switch me back to... Yeah, okay, did I press something? I don't think... Maybe I accidentally clicked up at the top right. Whoops, my bad. Wonder what else I missed. Yeah, okay. Guess I have to be careful where I'm clicking.
What's that voice?
They hurriedly untangled themselves from one another and struggled to their feet. Oh, it automatically switches it to adventure mode? That's an interesting feature. Their 7 companions had heard the voice as well, and many of their faces had gone pale. They looked around frantically, desperate to locate the source of the voice. At last, they found it. A speaker set in the ceiling. Very kind of you. The voice was harsh, obscured occasionally by the crackle of static.
This is...
Yep, this is human speaking. Junpei recognized it. How could he have forgotten it?
That guy in the gas mask! Hey, asshole! What the hell is this? Come on out here. I want to get a look at you.
What do you mean to do to us?
Some of you I know are familiar with this game. The Nonary game. It is a game where you put your life on the line.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Nonary game.
What the hell's that?
We'll say this is one of the bad things, is that if they, do this thing with the multiple portraits, there ends up being a lot of text covering their face. It's not a huge deal, but, just another downside to that. The voice continued, implacable?
Implacable?
What is he talking about?
Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check this out.
Silver reached into his pocket and pulled out a small slip of paper. The rest of them reached into their own pockets and pulled out similar slips of paper. Junpei followed suit and dug into the pocket of his pants. He felt the telltale crumple of paper, slightly damp from his earlier ordeal.
Hey, I got one too.
Thanks, Junpei.
Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
Like reading it terribly, or like you terribly want me to read it? His request had been delivered to Junpei, who, after a short moment of surprise, did as he'd been asked.
On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers.
This note is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
We will call them the numbered doors. The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open.
Right, yeah. The digital root thing you had to use every time you go through a door. Now I remember that.
Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. So this thing on my arm is a bracelet.
Yeah, we could have gotten by with just like a really simple like wristband like you use when you go to a concert or like to a hospital. But instead we got cool watches. He glanced around. It looked like everyone else had won as well, and had come to much the same conclusion. Although then again, yeah, I guess the penalty thing is part of the wristwatch, so yeah, can't do that.
The purpose of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
There's one last thing I must tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, this ship has begun to sink. On April 14, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into Earth's moon.
Or Borg.
For 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. I will give you more time.
We thought we were going to do that, but that wasn't really fair, so we're going to do something different.
Now is the time that we begin to make your sleep.
The voice finished, and the speaker went silent.
I hear a bell.
Someone called out a
It's
clock.
coming from over by the stairs.
It's the clock telling us the time.
Everyone had their eyes on the antique clock embedded in the wall. 7, 8, 9. The sound of the 9th bell faded away. The 10th never came.
It rang 9 times, so 9 o'clock then?
I think it's 9 p.m. I couldn't see anything when I tried looking out the window earlier. It has to be nighttime.
If that is the case, then we would need to escape by 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Now it is time. Let our game begin. I wish you all the best of luck.
Seems like they figured out what was like the actual important dialogue to tell the story, and they got those ones like voice acted, but then some of the stuff like this, where it's not necessary that you know that the speaker went silent and did not speak again, if it just does that, is, I guess, somewhat unnecessary. I think I'm also peaking on my mic slightly. Let me bump that down just a teensy bit. And try that.
Hey! You bastard! What do you mean by that? Come out here, you asshole!
That guy won't stop shouting. And the others.
Ugh. Did we need each character to do this? Did we need these voice acted? I don't know.
Whew.
Junpei 2 is consumed by his thoughts.
I have way too many questions. Who is Zero? What's the Nonori game? What's it for? Is he some nutjob just doing this to mess with us, or does he have some other purpose? Why pick me to be part of this insane game? And the others? Why are these 8 people here? And the most confusing of them all. Why is Akane here? I haven't seen her since elementary school. Why her? Why now? Coincidence? No. There's no way. There has to be a reason. I don't know what exactly, but there has to be.
Very well.
The lion's voice seemed oddly loud in the silence.
Standing around here won't do us any good. Best we get moving, don't you think?
Get moving?
Are you planning to open the numbered doors? Hey, wait! But don't tell me you're actually gonna do what this zero says.
No, that's not what I mean.
I think the animations were in the original game now that I think about it. They just look a little bit smoother in this, you know? The lion shook his head, mildly annoyed.
I'm saying let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet.
What?
Where have we not looked? Everyone searched A-Deck already, right?
Yeah, we were kind of in a rush though, so we probably missed some things.
Why don't we check out the lower floors first? We should see how deep this place goes. I can work with that.
Then let's go.
Whoa! What the hell? It's completely submerged.
Damn. If the water level keeps rising like this, we're all gonna drown.
No, I don't believe that's something we have to worry about.
The prince knelt down and gently drew his hand across it.
See? The water's not flowing. That means the origin of the water has been stopped. Perhaps this Zero fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said that our time limit was 9 hours. In other words, this water won't rise for 9 hours.
And you're saying we won't sink till then?
Well, that may be a little too optimistic. No point to wishful thinking.
That's depressing.
If we don't determine a way to advance from this point, we are stuck on A-Deck and C-Deck.
Looks that way.
Hey, hold on. How about we check C-Deck before we jump to any conclusions? We might find something there.
You're right. I think we should look at the metal doors by the big staircase, too. They're pretty suspicious.
No numbers on either door. And I don't see an authentication device either. Nope. It's locked.
This one too. Damn, none of the doors are opening.
Hey guys, over here. There's another door behind the stairs.
This one doesn't open either.
We'll see about that. Hey, old man, give me a hand.
See if this works well this time.
Using force, I see. Let's give it a try. It won't budge.
Could you not just start shouting out of nowhere? You almost gave me a heart attack, you know.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't appear to have moved even with two of us trying. It's very well made.
Idiots. Try using your brain first.
Huh?
Take a closer look.
A keyhole?
Right. It's obvious what we need to open this door.
A key, huh?
You got a problem?
No, I just really doubt we'll find a key that easily.
Ignoring the tense air between the two, Junpei moved closer to examine the doorknob.
What's this?
Just above it was a strange mark in the shape of a circle surrounding a dot.
There's a mark on it. Does it mean something?
Hey, look! Over here, too!
I don't know if I like her voice. Her voice is a little weird. Might be okay. Pink Hair was looking at the double doors they hadn't examined yet.
More doors.
I think they're elevators. There's an inverted triangle button by them.
May as well try pressing it. Huh. Nothing.
Maybe the power isn't on.
Or we need to do something with this card reader. And there's a strange mark here, too. What is this? It looks like a lowercase h with a dash drawn across the upper stem of the h.
Junpei stared at it for a while.
This is the symbol of Saturn.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's an astrological symbol.
How was I going to figure that out if you weren't here?
Then the mark on the other door.
I think that was the sun symbol. We saw the same symbols on A deck.
We did?
I don't remember that.
A-deck, huh? I haven't been there, so I wouldn't know.
We may as well check again since we're talking about it.
Lion's words urged them on, and they took the stairs up.
There, the two doors next to the stairs. The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it.
She's right. It looks similar to what we saw downstairs.
This is an Earth symbol. The horizontal line symbolizes the equator, and the vertical one represents the prime meridian.
I see.
So that's cool and all, but how do we get out of here? Junpei looked up at the ceiling.
The ceiling. Metal plates. Huh. It's as if it's covering something up.
Perhaps it was a dome of some kind.
I wish we could get out through there.
Be realistic. We'd need a lot of explosives to open that up.
The windows, too. Huh. They're all covered.
There were several windows along both sides of the ship. Or at least there had been. They too were covered with metal plates.
In other words, we're trapped. All the exits go nowhere.
Junpei was not happy. I'm sure the other people also were not happy. The girl with pink hair spoke up.
Well, I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't open them.
Then the mountain spoke.
You don't know that. For all we know, they just open into walls or take us in circles.
The prince did not agree.
No, I'm sure they go somewhere. Otherwise, what point would there be? And we can open them. Well, two of them at least.
Oh, you mean the numbered doors.
All eyes turned towards the doors with numbers on them. The atmosphere in the room grew tense.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that.
The dancer moved in front of the doors, as if to block them.
We'd have to be crazy to open these doors. If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do.
Suddenly, everyone began to speak at once.
May as well give it a shot. We can't stay here forever.
Yes, I'm in favor as well.
No, I'm totally against this.
But shouldn't we at least try?
We don't know what'll happen. We should stay here.
We don't have time for that. In 8.5 hours, this ship is going to sink.
The clamor of voices made it next to impossible to determine who was saying what. Their arguments grew more and more intense, until people were shouting and screaming at one another.
Hey! Shut up!
They fell silent, and all eyes turned to Junpei. He felt each stare burning into him, but he refused to flinch.
Before we try and decide where we're going to go, there's something else we ought to do.
What's that?
We need to exchange information. We don't know anything about each other. I want to know who you guys are. Who you are, where you came from, why you ended up here. Don't tell me you aren't curious too.
They were silent. Some of them looked the other way, or bit their lip, or crossed their arms and stared at the ceiling. But one of them spoke up. It was Akane.
I agree. I think Jumpy is right.
Jumpy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about him. I just call him Jumpy. His name is Junpei.
She pointed towards Junpei.
We're childhood friends. We went to the same elementary school.
Wait, stop! Don't tell us stuff we didn't ask you about. Zero's probably watching us right now. What are you gonna do if he's listening in?
Oh, would that be bad?
Hell yeah, it would! We don't know how much that bastard knows about us. Maybe he just picked a bunch of random people to kidnap. If that is the case, then it'd be dangerous for us to let him know too much. If Zero knows who we are, he could go after our families. Maybe he'd tell us he had them to get us to do stuff, you know?
But we still need to know what our names are. It's going to be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names.
Alright, then why don't we have code names?
To him, apparently, it seemed like the obvious solution.
Code names?
Yeah, we'll each pick something. Like, I'll be 7.
7? Why are you 7?
I don't know, I think Mountain's a little better. It seemed like a fair question. The Mountain struck out his left arm.
Because this bracelet number says 7.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
He smirked.
Alright, I'm gonna be Santa. Any of you chumps know Japanese? No? Well, San means 3. So, I'll be Santa. You know, like Santa Claus. Fits, don't you think?
I kind of forgot that was his name.
Then your bracelet number.
Yeah, it's got a 3 on it. Good job, Grandpa.
Just like the Mountain had done, Silver thrust out his left hand. Sure enough, the face of his bracelet read 3.
Very well then. I'll go next, shall I? My bracelet number is 1. Given that, I think Ace seems appropriate.
Right, that's his name. Okay.
I'll be Lotus then.
I don't know
sure
why.
You all know it has 8 petals.
I don't know why I can't remember any of this.
Which means, of course, that my bracelet number is...
I guess it has been a few years. And I really liked this game, but I guess after that long, I just kind of forgot some of the stuff.
8.
I would appreciate it if you would call me Snake. My bracelet number is 2. Since Ace has chosen cards, then I choose dice. Snake eyes, clearly. Which is particularly relevant given that I am blind.
You can't see?
I knew it.
He'd kept his eyes closed during their entire ordeal, which had suggested something strange. But to hear it said so casually, it was something of a surprise. Everyone seemed a little nervous at the prince's proclamation, but no one seemed to know how to react to it.
Me next!
There was one person, however, who didn't seem to be surprised in the least. The girl with the pink hair.
I want to be Clover. You know, like a 4-leaf clover. Good luck, right?
Looking almost bored, she held out her left hand. The face of her bracelet showed the number 4. They'd come around to Junpei. He held out his bracelet.
Alright, my number's 5. So my code name is gonna be...
Why have one? It's not like there's any point to it now.
The dancer cut him off in mid-sentence.
I mean, we all know your name already. You're Junpei.
Oh,
They all nodded. Akane stepped forward, nervously.
Then you should all call me by my name too. Because, I mean, it doesn't seem...
It doesn't seem fair to Jumpy.
You're thinking it's not cool for you to hide your name after you told us his.
Akane fidgeted awkwardly. Junpei decided he had to do something.
what's your bracelet number?
It's 6.
She hesitated for a moment, then held out her left hand. As she claimed, the bracelet's face showed a 6. Junpei looked at it for a moment and thought,
Alright then, why don't we call you June?
June?
Yeah, you know, it's the 6th month of the year. So you're June.
Jumpy?
Kane kneaded her hands and looked up at Junpei, uncertain. He smiled back at her reassuringly.
Are you good with that?
Some of this voice acting for Junpei really feels like super amateur, you know? Not like that there's anything wrong with like the recording or anything like that. He just sounds like very normal. He's not enunciating any of his words. He just sounds like he's just talking straight, which I guess might not necessarily be a bad thing. But he seems very He seems like when you try to get, like, if you ever watch one of those really, really simple, like, audio dubs done by, like a fan group or something like that, you know, the kind of people that don't really have any experience, and somebody just delivers a line very flat. Not all the time. I've seen some of his lines here that are very aggressive, but some of his lines I noticed are just very calm.
Yeah.
She thought about it for a few minutes, then seemed to come to a decision and gave Junpei a small nod.
Okay then.
Their names decided, Junpei ran over them quickly in his head. Yeah.
So this is how everyone breaks down. 1 is Ace. 2 is Snake. 3 is Santa. 4 is Clover. 5 is me. 6 is June. 7 is Seven. And 8 is Lotus. That means 8 of us have revealed our bracelet numbers.
Yeah, what about the other guy?
The only one left is...
This bird hair nest guy.
That glasses guy with hair like a bird's nest.
Wow, you thought it was like that too.
You haven't said a thing so far, have you?
His skin was pale, his breathing was heavy, and he was soaked with nervous sweat. His behavior seemed very suspicious, or perhaps simply emotionally unstable. It was difficult to tell. Whatever the case, it seemed clear that he had only a fingertip's worth of a grip on his sanity. The girl with pink hair, Clover, walked up to him slowly. She put her hands on her hips and eyed him suspiciously.
What number are you?
He didn't answer. His bloodshot eyes twitched from person to person, and his breath came in hot pants.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
The man licked his dry lips with a shaking tongue, and spoke with a voice like old paper.
Isn't it obvious? There are 9 people here, and you know who numbers 1 through 8 are. I'm the only one left.
So you're 9?
Yeah.
He extended a trembling arm. The bracelet did indeed say 9. Clover looked at it contemptuously.
What's your code name?
Code name?
What do you want us to call you? We all made up names. You should too.
I don't need one.
Why not?
Because I am not gonna stay here with you.
He took a shuddering breath and exhaled. Clover looked at him with something very like disgust.
You've got some sort of plan?
I do.
Yeah? What's that?
You sure you want to know?
Yeah?
All right, let me show you. I'm gonna do this!
By the time they realized what he was doing, it was too late to stop him. The man's body moved like a snake's. In the blink of an eye, he had slid around behind her and wrapped his arm around her waist.
Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing?
Silver, Santa, leapt forward towards Clover and the 9th man. He was halfway there when...
Stay back!
Suddenly, the man's hand dove into his pocket.
Ah!
He held it to Clover's pale, quivering neck.
If you get any closer, I'll cut her open!
Oh, that's convenient. You got a knife there,
Yeah,
bud.
that's right.
Yeah, that's right. The man's smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the collar of his shirt.
Clover, are you all right?
The prince, Snake's voice sounded oddly concerned.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm fine.
I do like this music. This one might be a little bit different, though, than the original. Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing.
What the hell are you trying to do? I told you, this is my plan.
What are you gonna do to her, you sick son of a bitch?
Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything to her. If she just does what I tell her to, I'll let her go.
He started to move backward, slowly keeping his grip on Clover.
Slowly. That's right. Just follow me.
Keeping their distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then glanced around quickly and spoke.
Here. Verify. The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part.
What if I don't?
I got a knife, kid. The man's nostrils flared and he looked like he was about to choke.
Are you an idiot? What do you think? I could slit your throat right now. I'll kill you if I have to. All I need is your bracelet. Just do it! Do it now!
He pressed the knife against Clover's neck hard.
Okay, I'll do it.
Slowly, she stretched her left hand out towards the device.
Like this?
Her back was to it, and she had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. It made a cold, electronic noise, and on the display above her hand, an asterisk appeared.
So that's how it works. He called that round part of the device the scanner panel. If we put our left hand on it, our bracelet number gets entered into the device. Then, should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open.
Junpei shifted his eyes to the door itself. The number on it was 5.
Door 5. But why does this guy know so much about how this thing works? It's like he knows exactly what to do.
Good. Good. You're done. Next.
His bloodshot eyes crept from person to person, until finally, they stopped on the lion, Ace.
You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
Yes, I am. So?
Then you're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did. What are you doing? Do it! Don't you care what happens to her?
Okay, just calm down.
Ace held up his hands, palms out. The ninth man jerked his chin towards the device.
I'm coming over.
Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved towards the device. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it.
Now, verify.
All right, this is what you wanted, right?
Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. The device beeped again and a second asterisk appeared.
Now the device has both Clover and Ace's numbers, 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. It's the same as the number written on the door. But it won't open yet. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. One more person. If what Zero said is true, he needs one more person. Who? Who does he need?
Get back!
His voice shook, but the knife he held to Clover's throat made his words a command. Ace took 2, then 3 steps back.
No! Farther! More than that! Go all the way back!
All the way.
Okay.
I do like his delivery of the voices. He's doing pretty good. Slowly, Ace did what he was told. The ninth man's lips curled into a cruel, twisted smile.
Wait, don't tell me.
That was when Junpei understood his plan.
Clover's 4 and Ace's 1. Added to the ninth man's 9. 4 plus 1 plus 9 is 14.
I'm glad that Junpei voice acts the addition so all the dumb people understand. Of course, then again, I would assume it being a voice-acted line that's actually an important line that you would have seen in the visual novel styled one.
And the digital root of 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. In other words...
Thank God you were all so cooperative. Now I can get out of this nightmare.
He pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. A third asterisk appeared on the screen. He dropped his hand to the lever on the side of the device and pulled. The door opened with a heavy metallic groan.
Good! I don't need you anymore.
He let go of Clover.
Wait!
Junpei leapt towards the ninth man, but he wasn't fast enough.
Here! She's all yours!
The man shoved Clover and hopped through the door.
Okay. Have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then, goodbye.
9 is the magic number. If I remember right, the whole thing about 9 is that you can add it to whatever other number and you get the same number, something like that. So, 5 plus 9 with the digital root is 5 again. Which is why that's such an important number. He raised his hand and waved, a twisted smirk on his face. Then he was gone. The door ground shut with a dull clang of metal on metal.
Clover, are you all right?
Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor.
Yeah, I'm fine.
She climbed unsteadily to her feet, and once there, leaned heavily on Snake's shoulder for support.
Damn it!
Junpei ran to the door.
That bastard!
The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbed hold of the handles and pulled.
Open, damn it!
They grunted and strained, but...
Shit! It won't budge.
That was when Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet.
Do you hear something?
Like, what?
Like the sound of screaming.
Like some sort of beeping.
Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. The others did the same.
You're right. I can hear it too.
What is it?
Then they heard something else. It was the ninth man.
Why isn't it stopping? God damn it! You lied!
Lied?
This wasn't supposed to happen! This is wrong! This is wrong!
His voice shook with fear. Safe on the outside, they stepped back from the door and looked at one another.
What is happening in there?
Open the door, please! I'm begging you! Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here!
God damn it!
Junpei grabbed hold of the device. He slammed his hand on the scanner panel. Nothing happened.
Why? Why won't it work? Engaged? Is it because it's occupied?
Oh my god, there's no time left! Listen, I was lied to! He lied to me! He put me in here! It was him! He killed me! It was him!
Who is him? Well, that sucked. The explosion rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked, then stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. No one spoke. Silence filled the room.
A beep?
All eyes turned towards it.
Did that thing just make that sound?
I'm pretty sure it did.
The display changed from engaged to vacant.
Let's see if we can open it.
7, the mountain, swallowed hard.
Okay.
Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. A red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel.
Well, it registered my bracelet number. But it won't open with one person. We need at least 2 more people.
Thank goodness the idiot didn't say my name. That would have been awkward. Yeah. That would have... I feel like that would have severely reduced the story here by a drastic amount. What to do? Let's see. So yeah, we need to make a 9. Although, does it really matter in this situation? We're not making an actual decision on this, I don't think.
Ace, Lotus, you think you could give me a hand here?
The pun was a little on the nose, but the mood was still grim. Both Santa and June lifted their left hands silently. He verified, and she followed suit.
5 plus 1 plus 8 equals 14. The digital root of 14, 1 plus 4 equals 5. This should do it. Now we just need to pull the lever on the side.
Let's hope that the rule isn't that if you open the door, that you would just instantly explode.
You guys ready? I'm gonna open it.
Or, you start a timer and explode. Because I don't know if that's been explained what the rule for that is yet. Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They stiffened and nodded. Junpei nodded back and set his mouth in a grim line. Then he slowly lowered the lever. It looks kind of dirty in here. There was a metallic groan and the door slid open. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put a hand over his mouth.
Oh my god.
Good God.
Lotus and Ace shuddered. 7 grunted.
That's pretty bad.
Even Santa's voice shook.
Hey, it blew up.
It appeared that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood. The shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Then her strength left her and she dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut. Let's not go in there. Seems like a bad place. She crumpled to the floor.
June, are you okay?
Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arm around her shoulders. That was when he noticed. Her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat.
What the hell? Where'd this fever come from?
June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax, and her whole body began to shake.
Alright, okay, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk?
She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair.
Here we go.
As gently as he could, he set her down in it.
How are you feeling? Are you alright?
Oh, just great. She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face.
Why? Why did this happen?
It's okay, he didn't even have a name. Don't worry about him. Her voice cracked, broken by misery and grief, and choked by sobs.
Why did this happen?
Junpei spun around.
Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here?
I mean, I saw that guy blow up.
Who's Zero? What's this no-nary game?
No-nary.
Come on! Anybody? Anything? What the hell is going on? What are we doing here?
No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, 7, and Lotus. They simply stood there. 7 pairs of downcast eyes, and 7 grim lines for mouths. June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually they stopped. Then suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in the central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And then on the 10th ring it stopped. The sound of the bell faded away into silence.
It's 10 o'clock then.
Ace said what each one of them had been thinking.
That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement.
Seven's deep voice echoed across the room.
Fuck! I've had enough of this crap!
Santa leapt to his feet, his fist clenched.
How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this? We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero is going on about is up. Let's get going already! Go! Go!
Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke.
No, I refuse. I'm not gonna end up like him.
Him? You mean the ninth man?
Of course, who else?
Man, it sucks. He didn't even have a name. We can't even honor him with anything but the ninth man. In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again.
Blood. Blood and pieces of flesh.
The dark reddish-black pool of blood. The scattered pieces of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful.
That's no way for a person to die.
Yeah, it's well, I don't know if the right word is remake. This is just like the PC version. I guess it's sort of a remake. It's definitely got voice acting that the original didn't. The ninth man's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Junpei suspected the detonation had thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed, and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been emptied, either by the explosion or by gravity. He had landed on his back, and stark white ribs jutted out of his chest, like the legs of some sort of macabre crab. Yeah, I guess I could call it a port. I might change the name after we're done, and for the future videos, but for right now, I'm going to leave it alone. Junpei felt something flip in his stomach.
I think he just screwed up.
Eyebrows went up, and Santa continued.
He probably set off some sort of trap, and that killed him. I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
What's so goddamn funny?
Oh, my apologies. You were just, so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
If the ninth man had a code name, it would have been Pigeon. Yeah, I guess it would make sense. You know, he's got like a bird hair nest guy.
What the fuck?
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
The ninth man's death. It had nothing to do with the trap. Or at least not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then?
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it.
The kanji for pigeon is 9 and then bird. Yeah, okay, that makes a little more sense.
Huh?
You still don't... All right. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door, right?
And after that? You've forgotten the relevant part. What did Zero say?
Santa furrowed his brow in thought. Junpei thought back. Zero said, that everyone who verified had to go through.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through.
That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei.
Thank you. Snake inclined his head towards Junpei.
The 9th man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed.
And Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
Why not?
Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice? There's no need for him to monitor us.
What do you mean?
Snake looked at Seven, with what could only be described as pity inside.
Very well. I see it must be me who tells you. I've waited long enough, I suppose. I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but that seems increasingly unlikely.
He couldn't see them, of course, but perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts.
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
What is it you know?
Here.
Snake removed a card from the pocket of his jacket.
A card? What does it say?
See for yourself.
With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke.
Come on now, what's the point of giving me this?
Give me that.
Snake snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion.
Huh? The hell is this?
Seven tugged it out of Santa's hands.
I see.
The card went from Seven to Lotus, from Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei. He looked at it and understood.
This is Braille.
Braille, the written language of the blind. The card was covered with small embossed bumps. If Junpei had a code, it would have been hand, star, or penta. Either of those sort of makes sense, yeah. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it.
Sorry, guys, I can't read this. Here, have it back.
Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket.
Sorry.
I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
From Zero?
A message?
What does it say?
Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked as if he were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. Snake raised his hand.
Calm down now. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it.
Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke.
Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you, and only you, with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
The red is the recognition device. It will verify your number. Beside every numbered door, you will find a red. The dead is the deactivation device. It does exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet.
Well, use the what to stop the what?
But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I am afraid this might be something of a surprise. I have placed a small bomb inside of you and people who you are about to meet.
Oh, that's right. I think it's like in their stomach or something.
You swallowed it while you were unconscious.
Right, yeah.
I have no doubt, by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine. In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try. As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse, or timer, for God in your body. There is only one condition to cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be. You will have 81 seconds. If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode. In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead. Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side, and the countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds, you will be dead. You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on right now, this Zero guy. Most of it's like pretty legible, but if I didn't have subtitles, some of it I just like, what? What did he say?
So long as the doors open, the dead will not function. You would do well to remember this. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets.
You don't.
There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. For Hartley, which is 0.
Yeah, I know, I'm feeling the same way. I'm like,
In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the parasitic Mara's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. There is no other way to remove your bracelet. If you attempt to force it off, or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode.
This is all the information which I can impart to you.
man, Snake, you got something going on with your voice there. That was weird.
How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck.
Hugs and kisses, 0. Snake finished reading and carefully returned the card to his pocket.
So it's saying only those who verify their numbers at the red can pass through the numbered doors. Teams can't add or subtract people after they're scanned in. The reds, deads, and bracelets enforce the rules. They're judge, jury, and executioner.
What are you doing?
Shit!
Oh, right. Yeah, he's trying to throw up.
Come out! Come out, damn it!
In defiance of Zero's suggestions, both Santa and Seven put fingers down their throats and began to gag. The rest stiffened. Some touched their stomachs. Some simply stared at their bracelets. Junpei gingerly touched his stomach.
There's a bomb inside me.
The thought of it made him queasy.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. Zero is contradicting himself. The problem is that your prize is that you die. Congrats on figuring out the contradiction. His stomach felt oddly hollow, and his legs were weak.
What made Zero think creating this horror show of a game was a good idea?
Junpei looked over at the others.
Alright, I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero?
I'm gonna make more noises. They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face, though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask.
Gasp.
What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like surprise or something?
Instead, it was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence, and then everyone spoke at once.
I saw that too.
I did as well.
Me too. I didn't see inside the mask, though. That mask, it was really scary.
Huh? Oh, so all of our abductions were the same. We were taken from home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had a mask on.
And he opened our window.
There was white smoke, and then each of us passed out. We woke up to find ourselves on D-Deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed.
How about you, Seven? Did the same happen to you?
And we also realized that we were voice acted with very, very questionable voice actors for some of us. Only 7's stories seemed to lack the detail of the others.
Oh, me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
That was all he had said. It had occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue.
Okay, that's good enough for now.
He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger.
So, I have a question.
It was the mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover.
Snake and Clover, you were both kidnapped from the same room, and you woke up together.
Junpei looked at them, thoughtfully.
So, what's the deal with the two of you anyway?
It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide.
We're siblings.
Siblings?
Yes. Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister. That really so hard to understand?
Junpei was taken aback. The others seemed just as surprised.
She is correct, of course.
He laid his hand on Clover's shoulder.
Are you, surprised?
Well, yeah, but...
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance.
Snake pointed at Junpei and June.
Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
Wait, you went to school together?
Yeah.
June glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention.
Well, yeah.
Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well, and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff.
Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell?
Huh, ring a bell.
Ring a bell?
They looked at one another. And like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time.
Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
A millionaire?
Son?
Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual. Most likely, Zero is simply the representative of a larger group.
What sort of organization?
It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment.
Yep.
I mean, come on! A guy's dead!
The word dead hung in the air, heavy and ominous. The room went quiet again.
I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty fucked up in the head to do all this. If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
Even with the specter of death hanging over them, the discussions continued for some time. Man, we sure are wasting a whole lot of time here.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
I actually really like Santa's voice actor here. He seems pretty on point.
Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here!
What was that last one? Santa threw up his hands, his voice filled with irritation.
Really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours.
Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made that feeling more intense. No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Well, thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
But
But what?
who's going to go in which door?
June looked towards the numbered doors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait,
Lotus looked terrified.
I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there. If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Ace shook his head sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
Hey man, I just bought these shoes. If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over him, you got another thing coming.
That was the last straw.
What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah, so? Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh, God.
There was an awkward silence. Finally, Seven spoke.
Fine, I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
There was another long silence. This time, Snake was the one to break it.
I'll go.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer! If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do.
Ace stepped forward.
If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital route will be 5.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. The digital root of 14. 1 plus 4 is 5.
Oh, it works perfectly! The 4 of us can go into door 5.
Wait, what about the other 4? What's their digital route gonna be?
June did a quick mental calculation.
Lotus, Santa, June, and me. Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5. 8, 3, 6, 5. What would our digital route be?
Well, I can pull up the calculator and find out. 4! That works out really well. A can't remember. What happens if I put in a wrong answer? Let's just try it.
2. It'd be 2. That means there's no way we can pass through door 4. Wait. Hold on a second.
Wait, I'm an idiot.
Something's off.
Junpei ran the numbers again.
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 is 22.
And then they do it for you because you're an idiot.
The digital root of 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
He repeated what he determined.
It's 4.
I'm not an idiot.
Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
So the team assignments will be like this. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. They would go through door 5. Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4.
Are these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer. Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
Junpei was torn.
Should I stay silent and go through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
He began to walk towards door 5.
I'm going through door 5.
Clover and Snake followed, with 7 a short distance behind.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
Okay. So this is our first actual decision that matters. I've been trying to figure out if I wanted to take the same route that I took the original time I played through, which, if I remember right, I take door 4 here. I'm pretty sure that's it, and then I think I was trying to go for like the really bad, end first, which I believe was door 3 after that. I kind of think I want to do that again, to be honest, especially considering that we have a flowchart now, so now I don't even have to worry about having to like replay through crap that I don't, want to have to just redo everything all over again, which is kind of nice. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do door 4. We'll go through this puzzle and do door 3. However, I will say for tonight, I'm gonna drop it off here. Next time that we come back and do, because I think each of the rooms is about 2 hours or so, like an hour and a half to 2 hours. I can't remember exactly, but I think those are good stream lengths for me right now. Unlike, the flowchart definitely I think would help this time. Unlike when I played through 999 originally, I don't have anywhere near as much free time as I used to. Mostly just work and stuff like that. But I will try to do this stream. I'd like to do it a little more frequently than once a week. Oh yeah, we're doing all the endings. We're playing through the whole thing. I'd like to do it more than about once a week. I'll probably aim for about twice a week. And it'll probably be around this time, like around 10 p.m. Eastern time. But I'm not really going to stick myself to like a dedicated schedule, if that makes sense. It just, in the evenings is when I usually have more time because I'm off of work. Usually. Some days. So anyway, let me make sure before I say this that I can save here. Alright, cool. And we're going to drop off here. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. This is, as far as I'm concerned, going to be an entirely, like, streamed series. So I won't do any, separate videos for, or I won't do recorded videos for this. This will all be streamed stuff, which I think will be kind of fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for chatting with me. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, I really wanted to get back into streaming, and I think this was a good opportunity to do so. But probably won't have time to get back into this until like Thursday or something like that. I don't know exactly when, but yeah. Thanks for coming in, guys. And hope you have a good night or whatever it is, wherever you happen to be. Thanks for watching.